All right, we are going to talk about function notation. What is function notation? Function notation is an equation that's defined as a function. So it's an equation that is officially declared a function, and it can also be written as f of x. So that's how you say it, f of x. And it's just a fancy way of saying y equals. So we could say f of x equals blah, blah, blah. That's the same thing as y equals whatever that was. But when we're reading it, we're saying it f of x. So just to show you, at the bottom it says rewrite y equals 3x minus 10 in function notation. So all we're going to do, we know that y equals is the same thing as f of x. So I'm just going to rewrite it exactly like that, replacing that part. F of x equals, and then the rest of it doesn't change, 3x minus 10. All it is a different way to say y equals. So we're going to use this in two different ways. The first way is we're going to use the domain, the input, the x value, all the same thing, to find the range output y value. So we're going to substitute the given input into each x in the function and find out what f of that input is. So this first example right here says, given f of x equals 4x minus 8, we need to find f of negative 2. So you can see right here we have f of negative 2, f of x. Negative 2 replaced x, so we're going to do that exact same thing in that function. So the way we write that is f of negative 2 equals, we replaced x with negative 2 here, so we're going to do that anywhere else there's an x. 4 times negative 2, instead of saying 4 times x, minus 8. And from that point, we're going to solve and find out what f of negative 2 is. F of negative 2 doesn't change. You can't do anything. That's not part of it. So we just need to multiply. 4 times negative 2, that's negative 8, minus 8. At this point, we're just solving. F of negative 2 equals negative 8 minus 8 is negative 16. Oops, negative 16. So our final answer is f of negative 2 equals negative 16. When x is negative 2, y equals negative 16. That's all we're saying. So let's do the same thing for this second example. Given the function g of x, so we could use different letters, it doesn't matter, g of x equals negative 2x squared plus x minus 1, find g of 4. The process does not change, the letter does. It doesn't matter. So finding g of 4, that means we're replacing x with 4. So g of 4 equals, I'm going to rewrite this equation but replace x with 4. Negative 2 times 4 squared plus, I always do it in parentheses when I'm replacing it just to make sure all my signs stay correct, plus 4 minus 1. All right, so from this point, it's order of operations. There's no parentheses or any operations within parentheses, but we do have exponents. That's next on the list. So that's where I'm going to start simplifying, and that is 4 squared. So that's negative 2 times 4 squared is 16, plus 4 minus 1. Negative 2 times 16, that's negative 32, plus 4, oops, minus 1. Negative 32 plus 4, that's negative 28, minus 1 is negative 29. So that's our final answer. G of 4 equals negative 29. When x is 4, y is negative 29. We could even write that in an ordered pair if we wanted to. 4, negative 29. All right, so this time we're going to do it on a graph. Given the graph, find f of 3. So remember, f of x is what we're working with, and we want to find f of 3. That means when x is 3, what is y? That's all we're looking for. So on our graph, we're going to go to x is 3. That's right here. And let's see, our line is right here. So this is the point we're looking at. When x is 3, looks like y is right here at negative 1. So f of 3 equals negative 1. This is our x value, and this is our y value. And that's it. So now we're going to do the same exact thing, but just opposite. So they're going to give us the range, the output, the y value, and we're going to find the domain input x value. So we're going to substitute the given output for f of x in the function, and then solve for x. So this first example, given the function f of x equals negative 3x plus 5, find x if f of x equals 17. So f of x and 17 are the same exact thing. They are equal, so that means they are interchangeable in our equation. So what I'm going to do is replace it over here. So I'm going to rewrite this. Instead of writing f of x, we know that f of x is 17, so I'm going to write 17 equals, and the rest is the same, negative 3x plus 5. And now all I'm doing is finding x. I need to solve for x. So I know how to do that. Subtract 5 from both sides. That gives me 12 equals negative 3x. Divide both sides by negative 3. X equals negative 4. So I can write it like that, or I can say f of negative 4 when x is negative 4. That's when y equals 17. Example number 2. Given the function g of x equals 4x minus 10, find x if g of x equals 50. So same thing, g of x and 50 are the exact same thing and interchangeable. So in my equation over here, instead of writing g of x, I'm going to fill it in for 50. So I'm going to write 50 equals, because remember that just replaced it, 50 equals 4x minus 10, and now I need to find x. So I'm going to add 10 to both sides, divide by 4. That tells me that 15 equals x. So I know that g of 15, because that's my x value, when x is 15, that's when y is 50. So either one of these could work as your final answer. All right, last but not least, given the table, find x when f of x equals 13. F of x is, again, just another way of saying y. So find x when y equals 13. So I'm just going to look at the y column. I see y is 13 right here. This is where my focus is. When y is 13, x is 4. So I can say f of 4 equals 13. And that's it. Function notation is really simple. It's just important to make sure you understand that f of x is the same thing as y, and x is always what you're inputting into your equation. It could be a different variable. You could say f of q, f of m, anything like that. But whatever that input is, you're going to use it to find the output. Good luck.